About being underpaid on Ghost. 50 was like, I think he overvalues himself, and he went on and said more. But it got me to thinking, well, not me thinking, because I know the answer to this already, but present it to the audience. Who is the kingmaker? Like, who?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So in case you missed it, 50 Cent and Omari Hardwick, once close collaborators on the Starz series Power, appear to be at odds over Hardwick's recent remarks regarding his compensation for the show. In a recent interview with The Breakfast Club, 50 Cent expressed frustration, saying he believes Hardwick overvalues himself, especially since the actor hasn't been part of any notable projects since Power concluded in 2020. The tension traces back to a June 2022 episode of The Pivot podcast, where Hardwick shared that he earned $150,000 per episode on Power, a figure he felt was too low given his role as the face of the network. As for 50 Cent, even a minor mention of his name alongside Hardwick's compensation issues was a reason to take offense.
About being underpaid on Ghost. 50 was like, I think he overvalues himself, and he went on and said more. But it got me to thinking, well, not me thinking, because I know the answer to this already, but present it to the audience. Who is the kingmaker? Like, who made that Power universe go? Omari Hardwick?
Biddy.
Or Ghost? Because if it's Ghost, then it's the people that created Ghost.
It's the writers.
And if you're leaving it to the people that created Ghost, we can go create Ghosts.
It's 50-50.
No, it ain't.
It is.
That's not true.
It is.
Explain it to me.
Because, listen, you can have a fabulous script. It's words on paper. It's the interpretation of the actor and the artist that makes those words jump off the paper and become the performance and become the character that we fucking love to hate or hate to love, but we still are fucking invested.
I agree with that.
That's why I say it's 50-50.
But it's not 50-50 till it is.
There you go. So do you think?
That's why writers,
okay, so, but no. So
intellectual property exists.
I understand that. So my point is that Omari Hardwick isn't talking about day one. I was underpaid from day. He's talking about the whole scope, the whole 6 years. So season one, after
He wasn't
season
on for 6 years.
Oh, what? Well, 5.
However many years was it?
5 because he died, right?
4 or 5. It don't matter. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, basically, he kind of became the show. People watched for Ghost's performance. They did.
That's not true.
And that's where the problem lies. That's wrong. Because
respectfully
too.
Yeah.
They like this. He
did an amazing job. People bought into Power. The entire collective. And we have proof of this because niggas is watching Tariq. Niggas, pardon me, are watching Tommy and Kanan and all of the other things
all of that
associated.
stuff is associated.
Let us cook for a second.
It's not as a result of Omari Hardwick. It's as a result of people buying into the Power universe and what it offered. I think the script, especially in the first couple seasons, was amazingly written, and they were all carrying out. It was a whole bunch of moving pieces. He was a big piece in that pause, but he wasn't like the end all be all. To the Power universe. So I think it was a marriage. And I wouldn't say it was 50-50. I would say it was 70-30.
I kind of disagree now I'm thinking about it because I think about what Robert Downey Jr. did for the MCU.
It's different.
How? Nobody gave a fuck about nothing MCU until Robert Downey Jr. does Iron Man 1 in 2008.
That's why I say it is a thing until it isn't.
But that's what I'm saying is like Omari Hardwick is talking from the perspective of having been Ghost for those 4 or 5 seasons, whatever the case is. Totally. So he's not talking about being underpaid from like day one. There's probably not much of an expectation, but when it's season 5, is there an expectation that my pay is going to increase dramatically because of what I have delivered season after season after season? Then yes, I would say that he has a right to that.
Someone make me sound like I'm caping for the whites. Tell me what Omari Hardwick was in before Power.
I can't right now.
I bet you can't. Tell me what Robert Downey Jr. was in before Iron Man.
Jail.
He was in a bunch of shit before.
He making jokes.
Yeah, I was trying to be funny.
Yo, Omari Hardwick. I remember Omari.
Up here now? Of course.
Hold on now. No. Omari Hardwick. I remember him being in the movie with The Rock with the kids. He was a gangbanger dude.
That one. Yeah.
you can't put Omari Hardwick, no disrespect, and Robert Downey Jr. in the same thing when you start talking about the
we're just
MCU.
talking about the circumstance.
Yeah, that was
different circumstances.
And that was 50's
I'm walking
point
in
when he
the
was
door
talking.
as somebody that's established already.
When you become
and
the draw,
Downey
you can ask for
Jr.
the
Yes.
draw perks.
Okay, so you don't think that Omari Hardwick became the draw after season 3, season 4, season 5?
Respectfully, no.
Okay.
No, he was the draw. Yes, he was.
He was not the draw.
He was a draw.
He was not the
He was
draw.
a draw.
He was part of it. It was he
was
a
a big part of
draw.
it.
He was
a big part of it.
I'm not going to do that to him.
Yeah, I'm not.
But everybody had bought into him.
Hold up.
Tommy.
The creators of Ghosts saw a way to continue this storyline without you.
Sure.
We get to lean on all the equity built from your great performance, and now we're going to develop the son.
Even bigger to my Robert Downey point.
We do not need what y'all are calling the draw.
And it worked.
Amari is my man.
The key,
I absolutely love him and hope that he finds another role that is as successful for him. But the people that are putting this show together, everybody has a comp.
But check it out.
Everybody has a comp. No, let me talk.
What's comp?
A comparable, somebody who's like could easily
gotcha.
replace you.
Yo, if Ghost don't take this role, we're putting somebody else in this role that we think can do the role.
True.
And if that person don't take it, the story goes on and on and on. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say people overvalue themselves because you got to hit while the iron is hot. You do have to hit while the iron is hot.
And I think that if you are helping,
well, hold on. In the event that you turn away, it is totally on you what you do from there. And if it don't pan out, it don't pan out. When I left Spotify, they didn't plan for me to pan out. They planned for me to say, "Hey, we're offering you this money. Take this money." The end.
You know what else they plan for? Their backup plan to work. And that's what I'm saying about Power. Yeah, they let them go because they felt like we could spin off with all this other shit. If that don't work, you're doing what the MCU is doing, and that's bringing Robert Downey Jr. back with a big bag.
And that was my point.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It sounded like he arguing on point.
You arguing my point. You are arguing my point that Robert Downey Jr.'s value was so high that when they killed him off, Marvel felt the need to go bring him back and give him another role.
Because
that's a
they
draw.
couldn't sustain after that.
That means
That's
he
the
was
point.
the draw.
Yeah, right.
If you go get the comp, hey, I left, them niggas went and got Rogan. Hey, game over.
Right.
game
You never
over.
seen the Power Universe go write Ghost back in the
No,
story?
that's what I said, because it worked. Only because it worked.
Which means he wasn't the draw for
Yes.
the Power Universe.
Yeah, he's not the draw. It's over. It's over.
If you gotta go get Robert Downey Jr. back, he's a draw.
And if you got to go get Ghost back,
He's the
Amari,
draw.
then-
In my-
then-
And no
then he-
disrespect,
that's when you crack him.
and no disrespect to Omari Hardwick, because I think he
Phenomenal
played a
actor.
lifetime role in what we gonna look at his power.
And a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
And I did like that movie he did, one of the movies he did after. I don't know the
He did
name
some
of
shit
it,
with
right?
Jennifer Lopez.
He did some shit where he was dressed all bummy. I like that. But did it get the
Acclaim? No.
No.
He's forever Ghost.
I say all the time, man, who's the kingmaker? The guy with the idea or the guy that can execute it?
I think it's 70-30.
In
I
a
just
perfect
don't think
world, it's both, but
yeah, I just don't think it's 50-50 sometimes.
in a
Me
perfect
neither.
wor- in a perfect world, it's 50-50, but it rarely is.
You said you think it's 50-50?
Yeah, I do. Just from the perspective of seeing.
What you gonna execute without an idea?
Listen, I understand.
But try to answer me first, and then go ahead.
You can't. That's why I say it's 50-50.
Then what you
One
got an
hand,
idea without the execute?
exactly.
You could, because you could
You
find
could.
somebody-
You could find
the
another
idea
idea.
is more. The idea is more valuable than the execution.
How many ideas have we seen crash and burn that were fucking phenomenal because the execution sucked ass?
Yeah, and how many people have we seen create amazing ideas and had subpar talent that
We both. That's why I'm
The
saying
idea-
50-50.
the idea
I'd
is
much
harder to
rather
come up
have
with.
the idea and fail at the execution, and then go have the idea and fail again, and then go have the idea and fail again. Know what I'm going to keep getting? Ideas.
Listen, the laws itself
What?
tell you what the value is. The laws are in intellectual property, which is the idea.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
I
The
agree.
laws
true.
don't protect the
I agree.
performance nearly as much as they protect
Brian Michael
Understood.
Cox. Brian Michael Cox and other amazing writers may be harder to find than somebody that can sing.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a fact.
Okay.
that's a fact.
That is a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 50
That is a
shit.
fact.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
It's usually skewed one way or the other.
Yeah.
It is. And again, shout out to Omari because
Some great systems can make shit out of
nothing.
And some great ideas can have whoever
And
pushing the idea.
But to me, Amari was not overselling himself. He wasn't. he became Ghost, and nobody could think of anybody else to do that role.
That's true.
And so,
well, it's hard
We
to do
killed.
that.
We
It's
killed
hard.
the role, and we have your son and your partner.
It's hard to do that.
And your arch nemesis.
But that-
Everybody gets a show now except for you.
We
But
always,
that's based on the hard work that he put in.
and
I
we
don't
always
wanna
have these
devalue that.
conversations of, can you imagine, this
runs
role
without
being
him.
played by anybody else? We do this all the time when it comes to movies and television
without
shows.
him. They run without him.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
and
run
no.
without him.
They spun
Yo,
off,
dog, we
but-
old enough to say we know the other Armvid. Like,
Right.
We've seen characters.
goes-
be
sometimes the show
replaced.
goes
The
on and
show
it works.
fucking goes on,
And
yo.
sometimes it
I
don't.
agree.
We saw
That's
right
all.
here.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but
Wait, you said what?
it's the same shit. You niggas be thinking y'all are irreplaceable, and the nigga with ideas don't look like that.
That's true. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and drink coffee and have a slew
Another idea.
I'm gonna look at the sunrise and just be writing them
Be
down.
inspired and shit. Like,
And then I gotta
Orange
find
sun.
who
Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
I get it.
who can execute this. Now that's a talent in itself. Finding
sure.
people to execute your ideas.
That's true,
But
for sure.
Yeah, you want to be. Shout out to the executors out there, and shout out to the people with ideas. You all are needed. If I have to pick one, I always want ideas.